So once you've created your masterpiece, the last thing you need to do is export it. Basically, and by that I mean turn all this kind of edit and video into a single file, your final product. So the thing that gets exported is the whole sequence. So if I move that back here, you can see this work area, which is this kind of grey bar at the top. So if I export it now, because I've put in this massive MP3, it's going to export all this, and there's will be this few seconds of video at the beginning, and then there's blackness and sound. So make sure you set the work area to the length of the footage that you want to export. So let's just set that back there. Or ideally you would edit this sound and you would get rid of it, and just have the bit that you want. Let's just cut that up there. Let's get rid of that. But what you aim to export is the work area, which is this bounds here, and you can adjust that by clicking on the arrows at the top and move it around. Okay, so you can export any part of your edit. So I'm just going to have this bit. Let's just drag that here, press play. So this is my final film. It's a shame you can't hear the AC/DC soundtrack. It's incredible. So what we do next is go to File, we go to Export, Media, which brings up another window, which will give you a preview of what you're exporting. Okay. So the source range, that's what we're exporting. So we set it to work area, or you can do the entire sequence, or you can specify time to area. So we want the work area. And then the most important thing is to click this box that says Match Sequence Settings. Okay. And what this will do is it'll copy exactly what you've got on your timeline and give you a high definition video file. There are other settings that you might use later on when you're going to export maybe to YouTube or creating something for a blog. Whatever you do, always do this first. Do a render out that says Match Sequence Settings, and then you can always do some other renders later on. But as long as you do this first, you know that what you've got on the timeline is what's going to come out at the other end. So I've set it to Match Sequence Settings. Then I click on Output Name. Let's click on that. And by naming it, we also specify where we're going to save it. So go to your folder on the E drive, give it a name, click on Save, click on Export, and it will encode the sequence. Now if it's quite a long sequence and you've done a big edit, then it's going to take some time to do this, particularly also if you're going to encode it in another format. So bear that in mind. So let's have a look at what we've got. Let's just close this down. Exit. Yes. And go to the E drive. And we've got our final film there. Let's just play that back. And there we go.